I want to get to some other breaking news that's happening right as we're coming on the air overseas. With the UK-based Telegraph reporting right now, sources suggest to them the UK will once again become the primary home of Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. This is a big deal to the UK. It is a big move for the two, who obviously currently live in California. NBC News has reached out to reps for Harry and Meghan, but so far we have not heard back. You remember, it was years ago that the couple left the UK for California. 2020 it was, partly because of what they called unfair media attention. Prince Harry's memoir later described a lot of tensions there, a frayed relationship with his brother Prince William, his father, the King, King Charles. Meghan saying racism played a big role in their decision to leave. Let me bring in Daniele Hamamdjian, who has made her way outside Buckingham Palace for us. This is significant here. It's a real reversal for Harry and Meghan. Why this? Why now? What are these outlets saying?
What a royal bombshell, Hallie, and a development not even royal insiders expected in the Harry and Meghan saga. As we speak now, the Telegraph and the Sun here in the UK both breaking the story that Harry and Meghan and their two children, Archie and Lilibet, ages 7 and 5, are indeed moving back to the UK. The children, according to the Telegraph, have been enrolled in British schools and they will be starting in September, which means the family is expected here in the UK in the next 2 weeks. What we know, according to the Telegraph and the Sun, once again, is that they are unlikely to be living in London. They'll live outside the capital, which might afford them a little bit more privacy. They will not be living in a royal residence, so no Buckingham Palace, no Kensington Palace. They will be living in a private residence. The security, of course, security is always a sticking point for Prince Harry whenever he comes to the UK. Who will be paying for this security? That remains to be seen. Has there been an arrangement done with the Home Office here? We are out to the Home Office for clarification on that, so that remains to be seen. Are they going back to being working royals as they were before they moved to California? And the answer, according to these papers, is no, they will not be working royals. Remember that when they left and when the late Queen Elizabeth was still alive, that was the proposal by Prince Harry. Can we be half in, half out, be working royals, help support the royal family, but do our own thing on the side? And the answer back then was categorically no, and that is a decision that has been upheld by her son, King Charles, of course, Prince Harry's father, who, by the way, only found out on Sunday, this past Sunday, that they were moving back. We've reached out to Buckingham Palace, we've reached out to Team Sussex, we're waiting to hear back from them, but in the meantime, I don't know if we have that interview just yet, but I spoke to the reporter for the Telegraph who helped break the story, who contributed. I'm being told that we don't have that interview just yet, but she really reinforced one thing, that this caught everybody by surprise, Hallie.
Well, I mean, you call it a royal bombshell, Danielle, and that is very much what it is. Again, the news breaking in literally the last couple of minutes here. I mean, truly, truly. And can you just sort of remind us, Danielle, it has been a complicated relationship for Harry and for his family, for him and his father, for him and his brother. I mean, to the point where it was like headline news, these questions around if he came back to London for a visit, would he see the King, would he see William, et cetera. I mean, the whole thing has just been, I think, under a very intense microscope.
Yes, absolutely. There have been, I think it's fair to say, tumultuous years. During a period he did not speak to his own father. We know things are very tense with Prince William, but don't forget that Prince Harry was here just last month. You and I spoke about his sleeping arrangements. Would he be able to sleep at the palace? But also that coincided with his last legal case in a series of lawsuits against the British press. That also wrapped up in July. Whether or not that had anything to do with sort of turning the page remains to be seen. That's unclear. But what also happened in July is that he met with his father. Meghan was also here and the children were here. And that was the first time the king met with his grandchildren in 4 years. Reportedly, that family reunion went really well. There are no pictures. Buckingham Palace said that this was a private family occasion and they wanted to keep it that way. But certainly, you know, did that give Harry sort of a spring in his step? Possibly, we don't know. But that went well. And just over a month later, here we are announcing that they are coming back. And the question I think many will be asking, Hallie, is, okay, Harry's got his charities. He's got Invictus that is now in less than a year. What's Meghan going to do? And is she better equipped now to face the British press and the British tabloids? You know, more than a decade now has gone by since she moved here. Since then, there have been lawsuits, there's been the tell-all book, there's been the Netflix series, the interviews, the podcasts, etc. Surely she's, you know, she probably knows what she's getting herself into now, but what will she do? That too is a big question mark tonight.
I mean, is there any, if she could presumably, Danielle, pure speculation, obviously, but she's got that lifestyle company. She could keep up that stuff from London, from the UK, presumably, right? Maybe?
She certainly can. I mean, she's still selling jams and other kinds of things, and there's a market for this here, I can tell you.
Yes.
But what else she has in store, we'll find out soon enough.
Okay. You know, jam lovers worldwide. Daniele Hamamdjian, thank you. Big news. We'll come back to you as we get more on this in the next little bit. Thank you.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.